Hello fam, welcome to our today's episode. And if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Ken and I'm a nutritionist. But I do content about nutrition and lifestyle. So if you're watching me for the first time, if you're in the channel for the first time, kindly consider hitting that subscribe button. Watch my videos until the end. Share, like and comment. For my returning subs, I don't take it for granted. Thanks a lot for the support. So on our today's episode, we'll discuss about mixed feeding. Mixed feeding, also known as combination feeding. And I'll explain what mixed feeding is. Mixed feeding it actually involves giving any other food apart from breast milk for the first 6 months of life. So may it be the introduction of formula milk or solid foods for babies below 6 months. That is what we call mixed feeding. And actually it is not safe for babies. Why? Number one, if you are HIV positive, you cannot be able to practice the mixed feeding because high chances are that the virus will transmit it to your baby. And also there are other challenges for a normal baby or for a mother who is maybe HIV negative. So I have said mixed feeding involves combination of breast milk or breastfeeding and giving other solid foods or even formula milk for babies below 6 months. And it actually has some challenges, and I can say it interferes with maintaining actually the breast milk flow or the production milk supply, potentially leading to even the milk drying up. And you'll find that some babies may prefer feeding via cup over the breast, or even there are some others who bottle feed, which is not advisable. We always advise mothers to breastfeed after every 2 to 3 hours or on demand. Don't bottle feed your baby, or else if it is milk that you've expressed, maybe because your baby is too weak to suckle, or maybe you doubt that your baby is not breastfeeding to satisfaction, or maybe when the baby is sick, if you've expressed milk, kindly just give it via cup. So this mixed feeding might most of the babies might prefer feeding via cup over the breast, which can make it more difficult for breastfeeding, and actually you'll get a low production of milk. So mixed feeding is not good. And the last thing I'll discuss about it is the potential, the challenges that come up with mixed feeding. And one of the challenges is reduced milk supply. Because, for example, you are breastfeeding your baby and you opt not now to breastfeed, or less are the times you breastfeed, you want to introduce foods for babies below 6 months. About reduced milk supply is that milk is produced on how it's demanded. Now, if you give food to your baby, utapata huyu mtoto ameshiba, so this baby will not breastfeed that much. Maybe another breastfeed even after 5 hours, 6 hours, because in between the breastfeeding sessions you are giving food, so that utapata this baby is not breastfeeding now ile frequent on demand or after every 2 to 3 hours. And remember, we said the more you breastfeed, the higher the production of milk. So because during breastfeeding the baby stimulates the 2 hormones that are used in production, and milk lets down. So ukipea mtoto chakula unapata anashiba, this baby will not breastfeed so often, so you will get no stimulation, na hapo maziwa itapungua, so you will have a reduced milk supply because you are giving foods in between the feeds. So the next challenge is cup feeding preference. So for example, ukikamua maziwa, maybe let's say maziwa imekuwa produced too much and now it's painful, your breast is painful, maybe zimekuwa engorged or you get the mastitis. So maziwa ikijaa hapo, we always advise mothers to do warm compressions na alafu mtu anakamua. So ukikamua hiyo maziwa and then you feed your baby via cup is not bad, but now you have to still breastfeed on demand, because uwe ukiamua tu umekamua maziwa mingi and maziwa umekamua it actually can stay for around 6 to 8 hours at room temperature. So ukikamua maziwa kwa wingi because you want to sleep or do your own things, umekamua maziwa kwa wingi, then when the time comes to breastfeed your baby, you just decide to warm the breast milk and unapea mtoto. Ukimzoesha hivyo after every feed, utapata huyo mtoto ataanza kurelax. These babies are very like wanachoka haraka na wanapenda starehe sana. So at that time ukianza kumpea tu na cup unaekelea tu kwa mdomo, mtoto yeye anakunywa tu ile tu ya starehe, no struggling in breastfeeding. Unaekelea tu maziwa ina flow. Huyo mtoto akizoea hizo za bure tu, this baby will become lazy and wanaweza anza kuacha ku breastfeed. And remember now, if this baby becomes lazy, anataka tu maziwa yenye amekamuliwa, anatoa tu inaingia tu anameza, production ya maziwa pia itapungua because hakuna stimulation. So cup feeding preference with these babies is also another challenge. That challenge is about digestive issues, introduction of foods for babies below 6 months. Of course, we know the digestive system is fully developed after 6 months. So if you give your baby foods below 6 months, you of course expect this baby can get allergies. Na pia anaweza pata stomach upset, constipation and stuff, because kama this baby is only able to digest breast milk alone for the first 6 months of life, you will expect that baby to get stomach upset and also food allergies. So digestive issues is another challenge. And the last one is increased cost. Of course, if you opt to give your baby infant formula milk, sio bure, it has a cost. You will buy, it is expensive. And also if you decide that utapea mtoto wako chakula mwenye ako below 6 months, this baby I've said can get food allergies na anaweza pata stomach issues. Now if this baby gets sick, utaenda hospitali and there you will incur a lot of cost to treat your baby. So giving food unajiletea mashida because mtoto akikuwa mgonjwa utaenda hospitali and I've seen it, most of these babies who are given food below 6 months and they go to hospital, most of them get admitted. Now na hapo ni pesa, so pesa hapo inaongezeka, so you'll have an increased cost if you give your baby food, solid foods who is below 6 months, or else if you give a formula milk pia, it is not free, you'll have to pay a price. So increased cost is also another challenge. So the 4 main challenges about mixed feeding are reduced milk supply, cup feeding preference, digestive issues, and number 4, increased costs. So those are the disadvantages of mixed feeding. So we always embrace just breastfeed your baby, as long as you get enough sleep and rest, as long as you eat healthy, as long as you breastfeed on demand, as long as hauna stress, maziwa itakuwa. Just breastfeed your baby on demand. Don't give anything else for your baby who's below 6 months, and you will see breastfeeding doing its thing. So thanks a lot for watching me. Thanks for watching the video until the end. And if you have not subscribed, guys, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Let's grow together. Let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.